both times when our Secretary of Defense was present in Iraq. The last time resulting in the murder of 35 defenseless women and men with weapons and vehicles supplied by the United States, operated by troops trained by the United States, and the United States has done nothing about it. In fact, all of the attack came from Iraqi troops who were photographed in the act of committing it. Some in the State Department have actually advocated resettling Ashraf residents elsewhere in Iraq, away from the Iranian border, as if the attack somehow had come from Iran. A sure way of making certain that the remaining residents of Ashraf could be obliterated completely out of the sight of the rest of the world. And what about the listing of MEK, which the Secretary of State was ordered in July of 2010 to reconsider? Well, 10 months later, that review has not been completed, and the State Department has offered no estimate of when it might be completed. Most recently, the State Department has purported to release from the allegedly classified record 10 documents that contain absolutely no information that is either new or relevant, and have questioned MEK representatives about all manner of irrelevancies. Let us take one example that I think lifts the lid off what is going on here. An unclassified State Department document reporting that when State Department officials questioned Iranians applying for visas to enter the United States from such places as Ankara, Baku, Berlin, Dubai, and Istanbul, these visa applicants reported that they regarded the MEK unfavorably. Now think about that. First of all, whether these Iranians think well or ill of MEK is not relevant to whether MEK should be listed as a foreign terrorist organization. But beyond that, the State Department is actually claiming with a straight face that when it lists MEK as a foreign terrorist organization and then asks people applying for visas what they think of MEK, the people they ask who are applying for visas to the country that lists MEK as a foreign terrorist organization say they hold unfavorable views toward MEK. A first-year college student who offered that kind of evidence to support a conclusion in a term paper would get an F. In other words, the State Department is engaged in a strategy of endless delay. Why? It is possible that a clue to the explanation lies in what happened in Libya, when France sent a warship and the United States sent a ferry boat that could not even depart when the sea was rough. And government officials explained that we did not want to act boldly so long as there were Americans in Libya. There are, as we know, 2 American students being held by Iran on trumped-up charges that they were spying. Is that it? I would suggest that perhaps a congressional hearing called by the House Foreign Affairs Committee could get to the bottom of it quickly. Whatever the reason, it's long past time for this country to act based on its principles, to delist MEK and thereby encourage those in Iran who are struggling for regime change, and to make certain that the residents of Ashraf are either permitted to remain where they are, with security provided by an international force, or that they are permitted to leave Iraq for other countries. The United States did not achieve greatness by taking the counsel of its fears, but rather by drawing inspiration from its ideals. It's time for the United States not only to be a great power, but also to act like one. Thank you very much.